Hi everybody. A lot of you out there wondered about my other hobby, which was drag racing. So in addition to flying the 310R, I enjoyed drag racing. Up until about 2017, I drag raced. And what I drove was a Oldsmobile Cutlass 442. And we used to drag race that and had a lot of fun. So let me tell you a little bit about drag racing, and I'll show you some pictures along the way. And you start out from a starting line, 2 cars, and there are lights for each car. And when you get close to the starting line, the pre-staged light comes on. And when you're right at the starting line, the staged light also comes on. And when you're both staged, then the lights turn on from the top downward, and they go yellow, 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 green. And if you step on the gas and you leave before the green light comes on, you get a red light and you're disqualified. So it goes pre-staged, staged. Then when you're both staged, yellow, 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 green. And whoever gets to the end of the quarter mile first wins. Now for drag race cars, the world record for AA top fuel dragsters is about 330 miles an hour in the quarter mile in less than 4 seconds. And we can drag race any number of cars, anything from your mom and dad's car to your Mustang, to your Mopar, to basically anything you want to drag race, and you're put into classes. And the class for faster cars is different than the class for slower cars. And if you happen to be mismatched, then the slower car will be given an advantage to start the race before the faster car. So the lights on one side will go yellow, 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 green before the other side goes down. So for example, if a car goes 10 seconds in the quarter mile and another car goes 8 seconds in the quarter mile, the car that goes 10 seconds will be given a 2-second head start. Now, in order to prevent people from cheating and going too slow during their practice runs, if you go faster than your fastest practice run, you're disqualified. So that prevents people from pretending their car is too slow and getting put into a slower category. Anyway, with my drag race car, it was a Oldsmobile 442, bright yellow, and I couldn't decide what to name it. So there was a singing group years ago called Mr. Mister, and there were 3 songs I knew about that had the words Doctor, Doctor in them. And I liked all 3 of those songs, so I decided to name my car Doctor, Doctor. So we'll give you a little example of those songs and show you pictures of my car and then a bunch of other drag racing cars that are in all different categories. Okay, I hope you enjoy it.
1, 2, 3. I was feeling so bad. I asked my family doctor just what I had. I said, Doctor, Doctor, Mr. MD.
So you can see, for obvious reasons, I couldn't resist naming my car Dr. Mr. MD. So that's how I chose the name for the car. So let's take a look at the car, and then we'll look at some other drag race cars before we conclude this video. And I hope you get a kick out of it. I really appreciate you subscribing to my channel. Hit that thumbs up button and give me a lot of likes on this. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. This was my car. It was a beautiful bright yellow 1981 Oldsmobile Cutlass drag car. All the seats were taken out. It had just a driver's seat. It had special transmission for drag racing. I had roll bars on the inside. It had Mickey Thompson tires, front and rear, Proform racing carburetor, Smith Brothers push rods, Howard's racing competition pistons. It had electric fuel pumps. It had 2 Carter electric fuel pumps. And the fastest time I can remember doing in this car was 124 miles per hour at 10.85 seconds. Here you see the inside of the car with the roll bars, the special shifter, our rocker switches for various functions, and it was a great car. Now we're going to show you some other cars from previous drag races. First of all is a dragster from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, and this dragster went about 255 miles an hour in the quarter mile. Very fast jet-powered dragster, and it was driven by a young lady who was a sophomore at Embry-Riddle, and she told me she drove it because nobody else wanted to, so apparently she was the only one who dared to drive this jet dragster. This vehicle was owned by a man who had a child with autism. This is an example of the race car with the sides taken off. You can see all of the roll bars in it. This is another example of drag race motorcycles. Look at those wide back tires. This is some of the crowd. We're looking at the starting line, and in the next view, we're going to be looking down toward the finish line, and you can see all the spectators and people with their RVs. This is the transmission, and the steering wheel is taken off in this car, but you can see what they look like. Now you'll see me sitting in a dragster, which was pretty fun. These are some cars that were at US 131 Dragway, the big slicks and the big tires. This is a Hemi. This is another jet-powered dragster. This is that young lady that drove the Embry-Riddle jet-powered dragster, and this is her. Look at that fire coming out of that thing. 255 miles an hour. Here's another drag race car. This is a Nitro Bandit dragster, the Embry-Riddle tent where the people stayed during the race. This is a trailer, pretty typical. There's another little drag race car. Here's a dragster. I really hope you enjoyed the assortment of drag race cars and trucks that you saw. Particularly interesting were the jet dragsters from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, and that little girl who's a sophomore in college drove that dragster 255 miles an hour in the quarter mile. Many fast cars. Anyway, these people have a lot of fun fixing up their cars and drag racing. And just a note to you, don't drag race on the street. Don't race each other on the street. Go to the drag strip. Challenge each other at the drag strip. It's a lot more fun there, and it's safer, and everybody has a wonderful time. Thank you. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll try to bring you more interesting videos in the near future. Until then, Uncle Larry B saying so long, and God bless you all. Thank you.